Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Troubleshooting Logic App Post Request Timeouts, a comprehensive guide. Logic apps are powerful tools for automating workflows, but handling external API calls, particularly post requests, can sometimes lead to frustrating timeouts. This tutorial dives deep into diagnosing and resolving bad request and timeout issues encountered when using post requests within your Logic apps. We'll cover common causes, debugging techniques, and best practices to ensure your Logic apps function reliably. Understanding the problem, post request timeouts and bad requests. A bad request, HTTP 400, error signifies that the server receiving your post request couldn't understand or process it due to a problem with the request itself. A timeout, on the other hand, means the request took longer than the Logic app's configured timeout period to complete. This can stem from various issues on either your side, the Logic app, or the server's side. Common causes for post-request timeouts and bad requests in Logic apps include *incorrect request body *. The data you're sending in the post request might be malformed, wrong JSON structure, missing fields, incorrect data types, or not match the expected format of the receiving API. Network issues. Network latency, firewalls, or temporary server outages can delay or prevent the request from completing within the timeout period. API rate limits. The receiving API might have rate limits, preventing too many requests from a single IP address within a given time frame. Server-side errors. Problems on the receiving API server, such as slow processing or internal errors, can lead to timeouts. Long-running operations. The receiving API might be processing your request for an extended period, exceeding the Logic app's timeout. Incorrect headers. Missing or incorrect HTTP headers, example content type, authorization headers, can cause the server to reject the request. Logic app timeout settings. The default timeout for Logic apps might be too short for some operations. 2. Debugging and troubleshooting techniques. Let's systematically investigate and fix these issues. Validate your post request body. 1. Inspect the request body. Use the Logic app's built-in functionality to carefully examine the request body before it's sent. Ensure the JSON structure is correct, all required fields are present, and data types match the API's documentation. Use online JSON validators to check for syntax errors. 2. Use a test tool. Postman. Send the exact same post request using a tool like Postman to bypass the Logic app. This isolates the problem. If Postman succeeds, the issue lies within the Logic app configuration. If Postman fails, the problem is with the receiving API. Example Postman request, JSON. B. Check network connectivity. 1. Check Logic app connections. Ensure that your Logic app has the necessary network permissions and isn't being blocked by firewalls or network restrictions. 2. Ping the target server. Use the ping command, or a similar network tool, to test connectivity to the server hosting the API. 3. Traceroute. Use traceroute to identify any network hops with high latency that might be causing the timeout. C. Analyze API documentation. 1. Rate limits. Carefully review the API's documentation for any rate limits. If you exceed these limits, implement strategies like queuing requests or using delays. 2. Expected request format. Ensure your request body strictly adheres to the API's specification regarding data types, structures, and required fields. 3. Error handling. Understand how the API handles errors and what response codes to expect. Use the Logic app's HTTP connector's response handling capabilities to catch and manage errors gracefully. Adjust Logic app timeout settings *. 1. Increase timeout *. You can increase the timeout of the HTTP connector in your Logic app. However, excessively long timeouts aren't ideal, as they can mask underlying problems. The ideal solution is to resolve the root cause, not just extend the timeout. Implement retry logic *. Transient network issues can cause temporary timeouts. Adding retry logic with exponential backoff can significantly improve robustness. Example Logic app with retry logic, conceptual. Use debugging tools *. 1. Logic app run history *. Examine the detailed run history of your Logic app to see the exact error messages, requests/response data, and timestamps. This offers crucial insights into the failure. 2. Azure Monitor Logs *. Utilize Azure Monitor Logs to gain deeper visibility into the performance and health of your Logic app. 3. Code example, Logic app using HTTP connector. This example shows a basic post request with error handling. Important notes *. Replace https://yourapiendpoint.com/API/endpoint with your actual API endpoint. Adjust the timeout value as needed. The on error section demonstrates basic error handling. You might need more sophisticated error handling based on the specific error codes returned by the API. 4. Best practices ***. Thorough testing **. Test your Logic app extensively with various scenarios and inputs. Robust error handling **. Implement comprehensive error handling to gracefully manage failures. Log errors, send notifications, and implement retry mechanisms. Clear API documentation *. Always refer to the API's official documentation for detailed information about request formats, rate limits, and error responses. Monitor performance *. Use Azure Monitor to track the performance of your Logic app and identify potential bottlenecks. By carefully following these debugging steps, understanding the common causes of timeouts and bad requests, and implementing best practices, you can create reliable and efficient Logic apps that handle post requests effectively. Remember to always consult the documentation of the external API you are interacting with. The specific error messages and troubleshooting steps may vary depending on the API provider.